Welcome back. So we have created a bunch of tables. So now the main question is, how do we insert data into them? The way we insert data into our tables is by using insert statement. In this example, I'm going to be using the database that we have created in our last video. So how do we use insert statement? So we start by typing insert into, then we have to select the table name. In this case, we're going to select pizza. Then we open the parentheses. We have to provide the column names. We're going to provide pizza name, toppings, and price. Then we have to provide the values. We type values. We open the parentheses. In SQL, we can use single quotes and double quotes. It doesn't matter, but the most common practice is to use single quotes. And also when we are providing the value, it has to correspond with the column name. In this case, our margarita value is going to be attached to pizza name because they're both in a first position. Whatever information is in the single quote, it's going to be attached to pizza name. Then we have to put comma. Then we open another single quote. In that single quote, we provide tomato and mozzarella. And the tomato and mozzarella is going to be attached to the toppings because it's in the second position. And after that, we close the single quote, we put comma, and we provide 12 for the price. Just remember that it doesn't have to be in this exact positions. You can put the price in the first position or the toppings. Just remember that the values have to correspond the position that you put the column's name. So now we have the basic idea how insert statement work, and I think it's a good time to do small practice. I'm going to use the database that we created in the previous video. Let's start by checking what databases we have. So we type show databases semicolon, and I can see that I have my Mamma Mia Pizzeria database. So I want to select that database. So I type use Mamma Mia Pizzeria semicolon. Before we start inserting, let's check what tables we have in our pizzeria database. So we type show tables, and we can see that we have table customers, orders, and pizza. It's always a good idea to check the tables before you write insert statement to make sure that you're inserting to the right table, to check what kind of tables you have, and to check their spelling. So we have to start with insert into, then we have to specify the table name, then we have to type the column's name. In this case, we have pizza name, topping, price. Then we have to add the values. Values have to correspond with the names and their position. So pizza name is in position number 1. So we have to type the pizza name in values as position number 1. Then we have toppings in position number 2, and in values you can see that we use 1 semicolon, so we can put as many toppings as we want, but it have to be inside that semicolon. So we have tomato, mozzarella, and that's gonna be our toppings. And we have the price, it's 12. Okay, now you know how to insert data to our tables. I want to give you a small challenge. Your challenge is to write an insert statement that adds John Doe's detail to our customers table. That's for challenge number 1. And for challenge number 2, your challenge is to write an insert statement that adds customer with ID number 1. You can pause the video now and give it a go. And after you're done, we're gonna go over it together. Okay, I hope you were successful with our small challenge. So let's start with inserting the customers. So we type insert into customers, then we provide the column names, first name, last name, phone number, Then for the values, we have to provide John Doe. Then we provide the phone number. Okay, let's do the orders. So same thing. We type insert into orders, customer ID, order date, total amount, values. So for values, we have to write 1 for customer ID, then 2013-08-16 for order date, and 25 for total amount. Just remember that it doesn't have to be in this specific order. So let's say you can put order date at position 1, and in values you have to put the date in position 1 as well. Welcome back. Let's go over the select statement. In the beginning of this course, I briefly showed you how select statement work. In the previous lecture, we have added data to our tables. And how do we check if we inserted data is in the right table or in the right order? We use select asterisk from, and we provide the table name. The asterisk is a wildcard symbol. It means get everything. So let's check the data we inserted in previous lecture. So let's make sure we are in the right database. Let's type show databases. Then we're gonna use our Mamma Mia Pizzeria. And we can now select everything from our pizza table. And we can see that we have our 2 pizzas, margherita and pepperoni, the toppings, and the price of the pizzas. This is the most basic use of select statement. In the upcoming lecture, we're going to dive in deeper into select, but for now, this is good enough. Okay, now we know how to insert data, how to check our inserted data. Now let's learn how we can insert many pizzas at the same time. This is how we previously added 1 pizza to our pizza table, and this is how we are going to add many pizzas. So this statement starts the same way. We have insert into pizza, pizza name, topping, price. Then we have values. We have pepperoni, tomato, mozzarella, pepperoni, 14. And at the end, when we close the parenthesis, we put a comma. And after the comma, we open another parenthesis, which means it's a different column. So we have to provide the pizza name, which is Mushroom Lovers, the toppings, and the price. And after we close the parentheses again, we put comma, and we put the pizza name again. And we can do this as many times as we want. We can do 1,000 times, 2,000 times, 10,000 times. But at the end, we have to, when it's the last column, we have to close the parentheses and put a semicolon. Okay? Now let's do one together. So we're gonna type insert into pizza, pizza name, topping, price. Then we have values. I'm just gonna copy and paste to just save some time for you. And we can see all 3 rows affected. It means that we were successful. Now let's check to make sure that we were successful. We type select everything from pizza. And as you can see, we were successful. We have our pepperoni, mushroom lover, and Hawaii. And as you can see, we have 2 pepperonis. In the future lecture, we're gonna go over how to prevent that. And this will be it for this lecture. Thank you for finishing this lecture. See you in the next one.